What's going on, guys? So today's a beautiful day and I'm in my yard here. I have the Walmart Swiss Tech fixed blade. This is a $40 knife, all right, that has some canvas micarta scales on it. It has an AUS 8 blade and it comes with a little ferro rod. And I thought it'd be a fun little bushcraft challenge to try to make a fire using just this and whatever I can find on the ground. All right, so let's go ahead and adventure. So like I said, I'm in my yard here. I happen to live in the woods. And we're going to collect some tinder. The hardest part here is finding something or making something that is fine enough to catch fire from these sparks we're going to get off of our ferro rod. So I do have plenty of down wood. Go ahead and we'll bring a little stick with us. I'll do a little foraging here. I mean, there's lots and lots of downwood, which is nice. But I want to find something, like I said, I happen to know where there's a couple birds' nests, but I almost feel like that's cheating. I might have to get something a little bigger and make a feather stick. Let's see how wet is this? That's not good. Oh, I will grab this though. That seems nice and dry. Grab our original stick here. See, as far as my immediate area, literally in the backyard here, there's not a lot of plants, you know, that I can use, like milkweed or something, milkweed pods. That's like an easy go-to. So I'm gonna have to get my little bit of tinder from the wood. So that's what we'll do. Man, the mosquitoes are out today. Hang on a second, I gotta do a little bug control here. Good Lord. I feel like 6 bites just from taking that stroll. All right, now I gotta move, bear with me. Move this tripod around a little bit too. So it's kind of out of my way. All right. So, let's go ahead and break down our wood. All right, we're just gonna get all of our kind of kindling ready here. Put that in a little pile. And all our little sticks. And we got slightly bigger stuff. I want to get, you know, not really a decent fire just on this rock here, but something that looks somewhat sustainable, something you can work with if you had, you know, a ton of wood prepped. I'm actually, I think, going to need more small stuff, which I can probably grab literally around me. Alright, so a bunch more of that. We want some more teeny stuff like this, like super small, to get it started. I think obviously it's the most critical part, right, when you're first starting. And of course you want to make sure everything is super dry. Oh wait, hold on, I see something. Yeah, that'll work. Lots of little stuff. Oh, there's a big old spider on it. Okay. Okay. So I got plenty of little kindling here. You guys see that? A little pile. Alright, so the big stick, I'll go ahead and break that in half. Reserve half on the ground for now. Move our sheath out of the way. I don't know how dry this is. This is kind of moist. More moist than I thought. and it's covered in dirt. But I'm gonna put some of this here. I want to try to, yeah, some of this is pretty wet. I want to kind of pulverize this stuff. This is just old rotten wood. I want to see if I can almost make a coarse sawdust with this. Let's put all that there. We'll pile that. This might be something that I can catch, you know, a spark in right off the bat, which would be nice and easy. And then obviously we can use the leaves. I'm really just kind of breaking this part. This top part is pretty moist. I mean, it rained, what was it, not yesterday, the day before? Rained pretty good. So where this was touching the ground is pretty wet, but the top seems fairly dry. All right, so after I get all mosquitoes off of me, they're currently snacking, we'll get into this. All right, so I'm also going to shave some wood. Man, mosquitoes are rough today. I'm actually gonna move these leaves over here. Get some shavings going on here. So if I do get any kind of flame and it goes to flare up, I'll have these to start. Alright, we'll leave that for now. Can always get more later. God, I wish you guys can see this. I got mosquitoes everywhere biting me. It's a beautiful day. Shorts was a mistake, I'll tell you that. It's better to be a little hotter and covered. Alright, so that's a major motivator to get a fire going. Alright, so we have our little ferro rod. Pop that out. There is a notch in the back here for striking, which I am a big fan of. Never, I mean, you know, unless your life depends on it, never use your edge. It's not necessary. Obviously on some fixed blades you get the round corners, right, and you really can't strike. I get that. Sometimes, you know, you'll get a ferro rod with a striker. That works well. Just try to preserve your blade, because you're gonna need it, right? That's why you have a knife, so it can be nice and sharp. All right, so let's see if we get lucky and get one of these sparks to catch. Whoop. Hang on. Another itching session here. Things are getting itchy. Alright, let me put those aside. Get all this stuff together. Alright. Alright, this stuff might be a little bit too coarse for this, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to get some of our dry leaves. Alright, crush that up. Surface area is your friend when you're making fire, right? So we'll put some dry leaves on top here. Go ahead and kill more of these mosquitoes. Alright, and what I'm going to do actually is I'm going to try to scrape off some of this rod without striking it. So I have those pieces in there. Alright, so here we go. Up, up. A little bit of flame. Oh, I was too slow. See that there? Hang on, I am super distracted by these mosquitoes. It is insane. Right now, currently. Alright, let's give it another go with that. Okay. Oh, we had a flame again. All right. Oh. That little notch works very well. Man, I'll tell you, it is, I don't think I've ever had this many mosquitoes attack me. This is insane. Alright, it's just so distracting because I want to itch my legs instead of do this. Alright. We're going to regroup here a second. You get all this stuff ready. So once you get flame and you start it, you're pretty much golden. As long as you prep everything good. So I think we're going to be fine. It's that initial flame that's so difficult. You have to get that extreme heat to ignite the wood. You know, in this case, and this stuff, it's starting, but it's still wet. So what it's doing is it's drying it out instead of, you know, igniting. But patience is key as well. Let's give this another go here. So try to scrape some of that rod again without igniting it, which I just did on accident. Alright, I'm going to need to find something else because this stuff, even though it looked good, it's a little bit too moist. It's not working. Alright, I'm back. Alright, so I have a Rhododendron. And these are last year's dried up flowers. So, I think this is going to make an excellent tinder. But this, I think, is going to be a one-time deal here. So once this flares up, I got to work on this fire because that'll be it. It'll burn up fairly quickly and then we're done. So, just rough that up a little bit. Let's see if I'm right. Also, I'm just noticing now that this ferro rod got loose. Is this screwed? It is. It's literally screwed in. Wow. Okay. That's interesting. I actually like that. I thought it was glued in and it would fall out, but because there's threads there, you can tighten it down. That's actually pretty cool. And when this is done, I wonder if you can contact them and get a replacement, like just the ferro rod. It'd be cool if you could buy like a 5-pack of just the ferro rods. So you can screw them in once they get too small. So that's interesting. Hold on, itching my legs. All right, let's get everything ready here. Got my leaves. Crush those up a little bit. All right, and then all my tin. Actually, you know what? Before I do this, Let me get some more of these little dry curlicues. All right, because I think that's going to very much help us. All right, give us a little time on that fire. All right, so we'll put that right on top. All right, here we go. Cross my fingers this works because I'm committed here, but like I said, I'm getting some insane amount of bites. All right, $40 Walmart knife. All right, try again. Stuck to the knife. Up, up, up. Looking good. We have fire. Can I sustain the fire? All my big stuff mixed in with my little stuff. Okay, those old flower pods definitely helped. That was small enough to at least catch the spark and get it going. All right, so what I have to do here, I think, is kind of build a little bit of my TP and hit this again with what's not burned yet, because there wasn't enough heat generated. Let me keep the big stuff off to the side. All right, I have regrouped here. This is the last of the dead leaves from last year on the plant, and I grabbed some more kindling here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to prep this better, because I had flame and I should have had a fire, but I wasn't quite prepared and I was taking too long to build that. So what I'm going to do is have something ready, so once I get flame I can throw it right on top and get everything nice and hot, dried up a little bit and burning. All right, so let's get our knife. Now, ferro rod out of the way. Put this stuff here. So what I want to do is, the second I get flame, I want to be able to move this entire bundle over. Right on top, so everything starts cooking. All right, instead of filling with little pieces here and there. All right, so itching the legs again. Hang on a second. Okay. So here we go. Okay. This entire bundle goes on top so we can get that heat. Blow on it. Get our knife out of the way. So all that stuff burns fast and hot, but is enough to really start igniting any of these sticks, because some of them are fairly large and I have to take time to itch. Alright, so thus far it's been a failure, but I'm going to pretend like this is a real emergency situation and I need some fire. So I grabbed a bird's nest. Alright, this is one that I know that's been abandoned for years, because I actually check it occasionally. I always just kept it there just in case, and right now is a perfect time to use it. So this is literally collected by a bird. All right, so this is a real bird's nest, not something that I made, but it's packed full of dry material. This is under the eave of the house, and we're going to use that. All right, so at this point I don't need the whole thing, so I'm kind of shredding it up a little bit. Get all of our sticks on the side. Ready to go here. Alright, so once I get flame, I could just throw this whole pile right on top, and then I have some reserve nests. There's actually a bunch here. I'll put that off to the side. Alright, so the fluffier it is, the more air that's in there, the quicker and easier it's going to flame up on us. Let's get our sheath out of the way. And here we go. Okay. Ideally, you would just put all your little stuff on first. But I'm being impatient. I'm actually going to take a little more of this material and get this nice and hot to get that wood going. All right, more sticks, more of that material, maybe even some dry leaves on top. So we have fire. All right. And obviously at this point, you'd have everything prepped up properly. This was pretty kind of haphazardly and sloppy. Not my best work, but we have fire from just the natural materials in my yard and this knife with its little ferro rod. So I'm going to try to get some of these sticks going and make sure that it's going to be like a sustainable type fire. You know, assuming that that's what you wanted. Right now I'm just playing around. But I want to get this just real hot. Reach around me, see what I got here. And some more leaves, which luckily is all around me. And maybe even more of that nest. And when you try to make a fire, all bets are off, right? I mean, you just make a fire. So, alright, now obviously I'm doing this on a rock here in my yard, so I'm not going to continue to add anything to it, but we got fire from our $40 Walmart knife. I'm really impressed with the fact that that ferro rod screws in, and it's not just glued in, because I've used many of them before, super cheap ones, and they're literally like hot glued in or super glued in, and they fall out. And then you have nothing to hold them with anymore, and then it's too hard to strike them. So that is super cool. And I will reach out to the company and see if they can send replacements of just the ferro rod, so you can, you know, they should sell like a 5-pack. I'm going to recommend it. I don't know if it's, you know, if they care, but I think it's a fantastic idea. I think a lot of people would buy those replacements, especially if you're going to be using this all the time. That ferro rod starts to break down, get real skinny, and, you know, obviously you want it to continue to function forever. And the only way to do that is keep replacing the rod. But you don't have to replace the handle because they screw in. So I think that'd be pretty cool, but we'll see. Anyway, that's all. Like I said, I would keep building on this normally if it wasn't just for a quick video. Well, this video probably wasn't very quick, but yeah, that's pretty much it. So thanks for watching, guys. Hope you have an awesome day, and I'll see you tomorrow with a brand new video. Take it easy.